How's it going? Oh shit. Bloody queue of traffic. I was about to think about doing a vlog.
Rocket, rocket, all of my rocket sauce. All of my fucking rocket sauce. All of my rocket sauce. Hey!
I can make it. I can make it. Yeah, it's fine. Anywho, so I haven't done a vlog in ages, so what a wanker. Everything's good, everything is going well. I'm on the KTM, which I've had for a couple of months now, and I fucking love. It honestly isn't a compromise. It's awesome at everything it does. I mean, it handles better than the MT-09, and that is not a lie. Then again, the MT-09 suspension was pretty shit. This 990 engine, or well, the LC8 engine, it's not 990cc. The LC8 engine is just fantastic. I'm just heading back up into London actually. My office is now in Weybridge, so I'm heading to the A3. Yeah, the 990 engine is just fantastic. It's got as much torque as you'd really want. Power, it does kind of top out a little bit. I mean, it's 90, well, when it left the factory, I believe it was about 97 horsepower. This is the earlier model without the revised, I don't know what they did to stop the vibrations, and I don't know, whatever they did. But this is the 08 model, and they revised the engine slightly on the 09 model. And then further again, and I think the 12 models, 2012 models had the R engine, which I believe is the same as the Duke. So this is down on power compared to the other models, but it was still wheelie off the throttle in first gear, no problem at all. The suspension is amazing. I mean, I haven't had so much fun. If you see a street with speed bumps, it brings a smile to your face. Honestly, you can just thrash about on the speed bumps and bugger about. I've broken no end of eggs. You just can't help yourself but bugger about. I mean, I keep breaking eggs and stuff going shopping. On the way back from shopping, there's speed bumps on my road, and I can't help wheeling over them. Actually, on Friday I was with Finoctane, and we went to Tesco and got a few beers, but one of them exploded in the back, and my top box is still full of beer. Wind noise is going to get up a bit, so I'm going to start this again back in town. Back in town! Well, almost. Coming up the A3. So far then, I've fitted the Clictronic gear shifter to the bike, so that's sorted that part out. It's not perfect yet, but it's getting there. They said it couldn't be fitted, so screw you guys. I still need to make like a plate which separates my ankle area from the Clictronic itself. It's alright, but sometimes they can interfere with each other. Took off the touring screen because it looked terrible, and it actually had some pretty severe buffeting. So I fitted a rally screen. I don't know which one it is. It was an eBay job. What else have I done? Actually, not much. Not much. Put a auxiliary power in for the sat nav. Oh well, I mean, I got a top box, KTM top box. A set of fog lights, KTM fog lights, genuine ones for this, which come with this awesome switch gear. So you can have them on permanently or intermediate, which is they come on with the headlight, or off. So it's a three-way switch. Then that all came with a tank bag. So I've got a decent amount of luggage. The bike itself came with a set of panniers, hard Touratech Ziga panniers. So the whole thing's all ready to roll. I've had a service done actually since I bought it. I've only had it a couple of months, but the service intervals on this are about 4,500 miles. I've done 3.5 so far. So it's going to be a bit expensive, I think. The next one's a larger service. So it has every 4,500 miles it's serviced. One's a minor service and one's a major service. So the 4,500 minor one is about 180 quid. 4,500. The next one after that is about 450 quid. So, and unfortunately, that's going to come around fairly quickly. It had a sort of a noisy engine when I bought it, like cam chain tensioner tick. These are hydraulic. The guys over at KTM had a look at it and took them out and freed them up a bit. You know, they can get gunk in them and stuff, and it's much better since then. Apparently there's a replacement part which has a slightly longer bolt or something, I can't remember, but they work a bit better and they quieten the engine down a little bit more, but not that fast actually anymore. Now that I know there isn't a problem with it, if I know there isn't a problem with it, it's fine. It's got smaller. When I bought it, I test rode it and I thought, oh yeah, this is good. I went and picked it up and I thought, shit, this is really tall. I haven't got the longest legs in the world. I'm not short, but I seem to have a long body. But the more I ride it, the smaller it gets. I've had no... I was just trying to think. My issue, as you might know, is I can't put my left leg out when I come to a stop because it's paralysed. So, but I haven't had any incidents with this where I've almost gone over to the left. It's extremely well balanced, this bike. Slow speed is just, I mean, it's brilliant. You could just crawl along and you don't feel wobbly or unbalanced in the slightest. And I've never had a point which I've worried that I was going to tip over to the left, so it's great. So round town, you've got really good vision. It filters like a dream, actually. It's very thin when you're going past people's mirrors, and the handlebars are generally, unless it's like a big van, generally the handlebars are above people's mirrors, so you really can squeeze through some small gaps. So it's fast through town. And then out on the motorway, obviously, you've got plenty of torque, plenty of power, and lots of weather protection, so that's good. Anyway, I'm impressed with it, as you can probably tell. I was worried about buying a bike with 26,000 miles, or 22,000 miles on it actually, sorry, but it's faultless at the moment. Next step, I'd like to get some more combination or dual sport tyres. So there is a percentage, maybe 50/50s or something, to go and do some green lanes. The only concern about that is, again, I can't stand up to do any off-roading, but I'm willing to give it a try. And not being able to put my left leg out, might try and fabricate something on the crash bar that sticks out a bit more, just so it doesn't trap my leg if it falls over that way. I'll try and limit the damage. My other major purchase was some rucker gear. So I picked up a rucker jacket and trousers. See, my heart murmurs at the thought of the price I paid for it all. So far I'm going to give it a bit of a mixed bag review actually, not review, but it was really expensive and I'm not overly impressed with it. Yeah, it's waterproof and it's pretty comfy, it's got decent armour in it, but I don't know if a jacket can be worth £900 to be honest. I mean, all this space age technology, when it started getting about 22 degrees the other week, I was sweating in it. I thought the whole idea of the space age technology was, you know, keeps you cool in the warm and warm in the cool. So that's not really working out. The trousers are okay. I couldn't afford the trousers to go with the jacket. They were £700. So I got a set of trousers, the cheap ones, for like 300 quid. Sounds ridiculous, cheap trousers, 300 quid. Difference being, they have a Gore-Tex inner liner. So the outside gets wet. So they're much colder actually in the rain than the jacket. Because the trousers just get sodden with water. And then the Gore-Tex keeps you kind of dry. Kind of dry, it does keep you dry, but I guess you pay for the warranty, really. 6-year warranty. Means you could buy a £200 jacket quite a few years in a row, not have the decent waterproof capabilities that this has, and the warmth and everything else. And yeah, so I think, you know, I think in the long run it works out, but if you chop and change anything, then I don't think it's really worth it. The other jacket and suit, well, the trouser, jacket, suit, trouser, whatever you want to call it, combo I was looking at was the Klim gear. That actually does look really good. Lots more zips, made for warmer weather. And the former adventure boots, which I got, I don't know, middle of the summer I guess, are turning out to be 100% waterproof, so they're again a really good purchase. I'd definitely recommend those if anyone's looking for a decent pair of boots. They're comfortable, waterproof, and good for walking in as well. Most of them aren't. They also have a deep tread on the bottom for grip in slippery situations, surfaces. Oh, nice little Morgan, is it? Other than that, everything's going well, you know. New job's great. Commute is fine on this thing. Actually, it's a pleasure. And I'm not kidding. It is a pleasure. The trip is 30 miles, takes about an hour, and yeah, thoroughly enjoyable. It's nice to be on this bike. The only aggravating thing about it is the service intervals, really, for doing distance on it. Don't tell me you didn't like that. Actually, the Leo Vinci, or Leo Vinci, whatever you want to put it, cans on this thing, they are nice, but I've heard a few, well, only videos though, videos of the MIV sort of GP style exhaust. The Suono ones are just ridiculously expensive. But I wouldn't mind a set of those. They're a bit noisier than this and a bit deeper bark. We'll see. Twice over Albert Bridge today. It's a glorious day. See the shard over there? Woo. Love this bridge. It was shut for about a year, I should think. Maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. And they did a ton of work to it. It is nice, I must admit, to have the rucker gear, and you know, if you see it's raining or something, it makes no difference whatsoever. It might take you a little bit longer to get to where you're going because of traction, but it certainly doesn't stop you. And not having to carry around, well, waterproofs which often leak or water finds its way through a gap. I don't know if it's worth 1,200 quid, but they're finally starting work here. God knows what they're creating. This is the old Chelsea barracks. It's a freaking huge site. I can't remember where Eaton Place is. It's just off Eaton Square, I think. Is this left?